Just when it seems that the royal drama has reached its peak, new shocking details continue to emerge. This time, the spotlight is on the children of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Archie and Lilibet. Do they really exist? Or is this just another ploy to keep the public's attention? Meghan's half-sister, Samantha Markle, fuels the controversy by claiming that Archie is a ghost, whom no one has ever seen. These claims only add fuel to the rumors about surrogate motherhood and a fake pregnancy. Why are the Duke and Duchess concealing their children from the world? What are they really trying to hide? These questions are becoming increasingly relevant, and even the most devoted fans are beginning to doubt the couple's honesty. Will this new wave of criticism shatter the carefully constructed image of Meghan and Harry, or will they finally reveal the truth? Stay tuned to uncover the details of this incredible story. Scandals surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle show no signs of abating, flaring up one after another. This time, the cause of the uproar and wave of criticism directed at the Duke and Duchess of Sussex is their children. Many fans were convinced that Archie didn't exist, and now they're saying the same about Lilibet. Alternatively, Meghan Markle's children might not be her own. In the year 2020, Meghan's half-sister, Samantha Markle, gave an interview to talk radio. Although the main topic was the controversial laying of a wreath at a military cemetery, Samantha also called her nephew Archie a ghost and said that no one knows where he is. It is worth noting that Samantha Markle has not communicated directly with Meghan for over 10 years. Yet she has become one of the Duchess's most vehement critics in the media since the royal wedding in May 2018, especially harshly criticizing the Duchess for severing ties with their father. Meghan was never pregnant, but had a child through a surrogate and faked her pregnancy. After the birth, the surrogate mother kept the child, as she had every right to do under British law. It is possible that the mother allowed the couple to use the child for video and photo sessions a few times. On several occasions, Harry and Meghan even used a doll. However, when they moved to Canada and then to Los Angeles, they were left without a child. This sounds like a crazy conspiracy theory, yet by simply analyzing the available material and applying logical reasoning, one might conclude that this could be the best explanation for everything. Consider how they hide Archie. It's understandable that famous people want to protect their children from the media, but others handle it differently. When the Dutch royal family goes on vacation, photographers get one opportunity to take pictures, after which they must leave the royal family alone. And it works. Prince William and Kate are also very keen on protecting their children, but they simply release a normal number of photographs to show how their children are growing. What Harry and Meghan are doing is on a completely different level. They almost never appear in public with Archie and don't even show photos. Typically, when people become parents for the first time, they can't stop talking about their child and showing pictures. The behavior of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex becomes even more puzzling when you consider that, on the other hand, they seem to seize any opportunity to attract attention to themselves. Their little son could provide them with a lot of good publicity. Moreover, on the rare occasions they appeared with Archie, Meghan seemed more than willing to use him to draw attention to herself. First, there's a video recording of their visit to South Africa, where Meghan introduces Archie to Desmond Tutu. It's odd to take a small child thousands of miles for a state visit but not bring him to see his grandparents. Another example is the so-called birthday video. Meghan reads to Archie from a book but keeps looking at the camera as if her main goal is to show what a wonderful mother she is. For many, including child psychology experts, they don't appear to be like a real mother and her child, but rather like a stranger with a child on her lap. Moreover, there's nothing birthday-like about it. The child isn't even dressed. He looks as if he was just handed to her. Now shoot your video. But hurry! For Meghan Markle's fans, these videos and photos serve as definitive proof that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex live like a completely normal family. But why are there so few and only old photos of the child? People do not change their behavior completely without reason. The simplest explanation might be that during the photo sessions, the child was available but not now. Even in the rare instances when Harry and Meghan talk about their son in interviews and their experience as parents, Archie is not with them. Moreover, their statements always sound abstract, as if they are talking about children in general rather than their own personal experiences. There may not be any concrete evidence, but there are plenty of indications suggesting that Meghan was not pregnant. While the vast majority remain convinced of the pregnancy, many people have read or seen evidence of deception. There are photographs where Meghan's belly seems to grow, shrink, or disappear entirely within a matter of days or even hours. There are videos showing that toward the end of her pregnancy, she could do things that no other pregnant woman could manage. Despite being relatively older for a first pregnancy, she never complained about any health issues. She did not use the medical team that usually oversees royal pregnancies and announced she would use her own female team. However, there is no proof that these doctors existed. Furthermore, the announcement of Archie's birth raises doubts due to the absence of a crucial element: the signatures of doctors. The birth certificate that was eventually presented only proves that Harry registered the birth as the father. This is sufficient for an ordinary citizen but too little for the birth of a prince. In the case of royal births, it has always been crucial to be completely certain of who the mother of the new prince or princess is. However, no royal doctor was present at Meghan's delivery to confirm with their signature that she gave birth to the child. Why did Harry and Meghan refrain from obtaining a simple signature without an obvious reason? If, on the other hand, the child was not born from Meghan, then it is clear that the first thing she would have done is to exclude the royal doctors as unwanted witnesses. But if we assume that the false pregnancy theory was simply malicious slander, why did she do nothing to stop it? When a video appeared online claiming that Donald Trump's son Barron had autism, Melania Trump threatened to sue, and the author apologized and took it down. She did what any good mother would do. She reacted. In other cases, Meghan has not hesitated to complain about negative publicity or how she was treated at court. She spent millions on a frivolous lawsuit against the Daily Mail, but did not sue those spreading rumors about her fake pregnancy, especially since the existence of a pregnancy would have been easy to prove with a statement from a respected doctor. However, if Meghan did fake her pregnancy, it seems she did a poor job. Sometimes she clearly overacted, holding a constantly changing belly, but on the other hand, she missed important details: health issues and doctors. If someone were to fake a pregnancy, the first piece of advice would be to stay out of the spotlight as much as possible. Go to a distant castle in Scotland and return after the birth. Naturally, there would be gossip, but it would end with the appearance of the child, and all interest would focus on the young parents and their baby. However, after the birth, Archie became a ghost almost never seen. One possible explanation for Archie's disappearance could be that after the birth, the surrogate mother refused to hand over the newborn to Prince Harry and Meghan. According to British law, the woman who gives birth to the child is the official mother. But if the donors are to be recognized as parents, the child must be adopted. But since commercial surrogacy is illegal, the signed contract would have no consequences. In some cases, those who seek surrogacy are relatives or friends who simply want to help. But in the situation with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, this seems unlikely. Perhaps Archie's potential mother did this for money, or perhaps out of sympathy for the couple. But over 9 months, her feelings might have changed, and British law favors the woman who carried and gave birth to the child. At the same time, this woman must have understood what a catastrophe it would be for Harry and Meghan if they were left without a child. So it is quite possible that she agreed to lend them her son for special occasions, like a trip to Africa or a christening. The risk was relatively low because she remained the official mother, and the law was on her side. And I am sure there would have been financial compensation as well. The christening is another example of Prince Harry and Meghan's inconsistent behavior, which supports the theory. For most people, a child's christening is a more or less public event. If Meghan attempted to turn her wedding into a grand spectacle by inviting important guests she barely knew, then why should the christening be a private affair? Why were there not even any godparents? And then there are the 3 doll-like photo videos. Immediately after birth, Prince Harry and Meghan presented a child who did not move or make a sound and eerily resembled an expensive silicone doll. They made sure that there were as few members of the press as possible and that their child was shown as little as possible. In another video, Meghan is seen attending a polo match with Archie in her arms. Other attendees, like Kate and her children, seem to ignore Meghan, and she holds the child very awkwardly. The worst of the three is a photo from Canada, where Meghan carries her child in a sling and holds two dogs on leashes. She smiles at the camera as if it's staged, holding Archie in a strange position that is, firstly, dangerous because of the dogs and secondly, simply uncomfortable for both mother and child due to the imbalance. Although there is no evidence that the infants in the above cases are dolls, there is also no proof that they are real children. They just look like dolls. Amazingly, it fits the overall theory that after birth, the rest of the family ignored Archie's existence. They sent him birthday wishes on his first birthday, and that's about it. William and Kate never arranged for their children to meet their little cousin. Although media outlets friendly to Meghan do their best to portray Kate as a villain, they never mention this. However, Meghan said something interesting in connection with her lawsuit against the Daily Mail. In her statement, she complained that she did not feel protected during her pregnancy. At first glance, this seemed foolish because it had absolutely no relation to the article in the Daily Mail. But this is precisely why it is important, as it clearly indicated what really troubled her. The royal family did not support her during her pregnancy. We want to emphasize once again that this is merely a hypothesis that could be the most logical explanation for all the mysteries surrounding Harry, Meghan, and their child. Theoretically, Meghan could have become pregnant and given birth to Archie, and now the three of them could be living as a normal family. Any moment, Meghan and Harry could step out of their Los Angeles home with Archie. But, quite frankly, it's hard to believe that will ever happen. When asked about the unfair criticism of Meghan, Samantha said, "Telling the truth does not mean being mean." But when asked about baby Archie, she noted, "He's adorable. Looks like Harry." Samantha added that she first saw her nephew in the ITV documentary project. This is partly why internet users believe in the unusual conspiracy theory. It is known that Meghan Markle has had 2 children with Harry, Archie, and Lilibet. But since Meghan very rarely shows them to the public, this seems strange to many. For example, the whole world knows William and Kate Middleton's children, and yet they do not feel deprived of a real childhood. On the other hand, Hollywood stars almost never hide their children, even those as private as Angelina Jolie. Meghan's behavior is considered suspicious. Some supporters of the conspiracy theory are convinced that there are no children at all. For photographs once a year, Markle brings in someone else's child, and her belly during the first pregnancy was a fake. During the second, no one saw Harry's wife at all. Despite the fact that the Sussexes live an ordinary life in America, they still worry about their safety. The couple tries to keep their children, Archie and Lilibet, away from public life and hide them from the paparazzi. Moreover, they do not even publish their photos on social media. Since the couple moved to another country, new photos of King Charles III's youngest grandchildren have been extremely rare. Nevertheless, recently there was a celebration for the couple's fans, but a source of stress for the dukes themselves. In messaging apps, which the Sussexes tend to avoid, a new photo of their elder son appeared. Recently, incredibly rare photos have surfaced online. During a video call with Markle and a group of women professors, Archie appeared on camera. As a reminder, he is now 3 years old. Fans of the British royal family were incredibly excited. A professor from an American university posted screenshots of the video call with Markle on social media. During this internal meeting with women politicians, little Archie and his grandmother Doria appeared on screen at one point. Meghan and Harry's son sat on his mother's lap while she conducted business meetings. This photo quickly spread across the internet, and everyone finally got to see how much Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor has grown over time. In the photo, the boy looks seriously at the camera, as if he understands the discussion. However, he is likely just observing the people on the screen. Internet users believe that the boy does not resemble his parents or his previous images in official photos. Of course, children grow quickly, and sometimes they are unrecognizable in a year. But some features should remain the same, and the timing of this photo appearing online seems too convenient. Did Meghan, who had successfully kept her son away from prying eyes for 3 years, suddenly make a mistake? Of course not. The reasons are obvious. Firstly, on this very day, Prince William and Kate Middleton arrived in the United States for the first time in 8 years on an official visit. And completely coincidentally, Markle managed to draw all the attention to herself with this leaked photo of Archie. Secondly, Netflix had the much-anticipated premiere of a documentary series about Meghan and Harry's life, promising to be very scandalous. Why not boost interest with a rare photo of their son? No matter how you look at it, whether he is her child or not, Markle used Archie to maintain her popularity. And this sparked another wave of criticism against her. It seemed that the heated discussions around the couple had calmed down a bit, but after the birth of their second child, controversies began anew. It appears that another deception by Harry and Meghan has been uncovered. Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan announced that they were expecting their second child on Valentine's Day. Experts noted that the couple mimicked a similar announcement made by Princess Diana 37 years ago on February 14th, when the princess was pregnant with her younger son. As always, the choice of name for the newborn girl generated significant interest among the public and triggered activity in betting shops. It is worth noting that bets rarely come true, but it is still interesting to explore popular options. The most popular male name suggested was Alfie, presumably analogous to Archie, while many considered Diana the most obvious choice for a girl's name, a frequent homage to the late Princess of Wales. This time, the couple's fans got it right. They named their newborn daughter Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor, in honor of her great-grandmother Elizabeth and grandmother, Princess Diana. Although the Sussexes are no longer considered active members of the British royal family, Prince Harry remains in the line of succession to the British throne. This means that his children should take their places in the line of succession immediately after him. Fortunately, the position of the prince's second child will not depend on gender. This tradition was abolished by the Queen. The baby girl was born at Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital. The cost of delivery at this Santa Barbara medical facility varies from $28,000 depending on the package of services. Like Meghan herself, her second child is expected to become an American citizen. Prince Harry's wife halted the process of obtaining British citizenship, and many doubt that the couple will seek any privileges for their second child. Regarding royal status, almost all experts agree that the Sussex's second child will not receive one. The title of His or Her Royal Highness is granted only to the children and grandchildren of the sovereign, although by special decision of the Queen, it can be granted to her great-grandchildren. However, Archie Mountbatten Windsor does not have a title, and the likelihood of his sister receiving one is minimal. A few days after the birth of their second child, Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan announced it on their foundation's website, Archewell, providing the baby's name, Lilibet Diana, and her birth date, June 4, 2021. The palace quickly congratulated the parents on this event, leading journalists to conclude that the Windsors were not informed in advance. A birth certificate confirming the existence of the baby even appeared online. Observers immediately rushed to compare Lilibet's American documents with her brother Archie's British birth certificate. However, it was recently discovered that on June 4th, there was no Lilibet registered in the United States. A YouTube blogger conducted a simple investigation, revealing that a girl with that name and birth date does not actually exist. In the United States, finding information about a person's place of birth and real name is not difficult. A blogger thoroughly searched the internet and discovered that a query for the birth of Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor at the Santa Barbara Clinic did not yield positive results. However, a search under the name Diana Mountbatten Windsor provided a response with a copy of the certificate. So, it seems that the Sussex's daughter is actually named as the bookmakers initially predicted. The blogger suggests that the prefix Lilibet was added by Harry and Meghan to endear themselves to the Queen. While many media outlets called this gesture sweet, Elizabeth's fans were outraged by the excessive familiarity of the Duke and Duchess, who had long distanced themselves from the court. In her first year of life, Lilibet Diana was not introduced to the royal family. The only relative who has seen her is Princess Eugenie. This meeting occurred back in mid-February in the United States. Eugenie, along with her husband, businessman Jack Brooksbank, traveled to Los Angeles to watch the Super Bowl and stayed at the Sussex's home. Thus, she became the first member of the royal family to travel 55,000 miles since the couple left royal life to ensure greater closeness, as explained by The Sun. Harry and Eugenie are cousins, with their fathers being brothers. There has always been a special friendly bond between the prince and the princess. Eugenie of York is one of the few in the royal family who managed to find common ground with Meghan Markle. The women regularly call each other to discuss pressing issues. Princess Eugenie is one of the few about whom the Duke of Sussex spoke well in his scandalous memoir Spare. This initiative, according to the media, is proof that the friendship between Harry and Eugenie remains intact. The mansion where Eugenie stayed and where Lilibet spent her first year of life is valued at $15 million. Experts believe that Eugenie might one day become a mediator between the Sussexes and the royal family in their reconciliation. Eugenie will try to settle everything. She might be one of the ways to take preliminary steps to mend the family rift, insiders say. Tired of constant pursuit by tabloids, after moving to the United States, Meghan and Harry decided to surround themselves with an atmosphere of secrecy. They kept the first photos of Lilibet hidden from the world for so long that conspiracy theories began to form around the little girl. The parents showed her picture to the world only once, on Christmas Eve, and continued to keep the girl away from prying eyes. Many believed that the Sussex's daughter simply did not exist. They claimed that Markle made up the pregnancy story and wore a fake belly just to attract attention. Moreover, many users seriously thought that the old photo was not a real photograph but the work of neural networks. People noted that Lilibet's photo lacked a human look. Many are also convinced that Lilibet's older brother, Archie, is not Meghan's biological son. It should be noted that the boy was born in a private hospital without outsiders. Thus, users are convinced that Meghan faked her pregnancy because her belly looked like a pillow. These facts led to the belief that Meghan Markle did not give birth to Archie, although there are no questions regarding Prince Harry's paternity. This is explained by the fact that in all photos, Archie looks just like Harry. Meghan and Harry's daughter became the first member of the royal family to be born in the United States. Because of this, she is eligible for dual citizenship, British and American. Where Lilibet will choose to live when she grows up is entirely up to her. She might decide to move to her father's homeland or to any other part of the world. At present, the most appropriate form of address for Lilibet remains Lady. Whether she will be granted additional honors in the future depends entirely on the king. Debbie Frank, who is close friends with the Princess of Wales, has analyzed the character traits of Lilibet Diana's granddaughter. Debbie is a renowned astrologer who worked with the Princess of Wales. The women met in 1989 and remained close until Her Highness's death. Now, Frank has decided to analyze the fate of her titled client's granddaughter. Debbie reminded us that the patriarch of the royal family, Prince Philip, was born under the sign of Gemini. According to the astrologer, his great-granddaughter has come to succeed him. Geminis are witty, agile, playful, sociable, and always maintain an inner youthfulness, as evidenced by descriptions of the Duke of Edinburgh's character from his close circle. Such astrological similarities repeating across generations are not uncommon in families. In the royal family, Lilibet Diana finds herself surrounded by Taurians. Her older brother Archie and cousins Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis were born under this sign. While the earth sign of Taurus is highly stable and grounded, Geminis tend to have their heads in the clouds. However, within the family they can balance each other out. Debbie sees a positive omen for Lilibet's bond with her brother in the fact that Archie has both the Moon and Mars in Gemini, which gives them both a natural closeness and a shared interest in the same things. According to the astrologer, Lilibet's rising Leo should also bring her closer to other Windsors who share this aspect. Her grandfather, King Charles III, his wife Camilla, and her Aunt Catherine. This feature may manifest as a special presence, distinguishing the royals in any situation. Additionally, Lilibet's moon is in fiery Aries, indicating that she will know exactly what she wants. With the sun in the 10th house, she will live to be noticed. Debbie believes that Lilibet might grow up quite assertive and show her leadership ambitions from an early age, starting with interactions with her older brother. Her innate sensitivity and vivid imagination will help temper this trait. The astrologer also insists that the Sussex's daughter should leave her mark on the world, as suggested by her son being close to the North Node point of destiny. Lilibet's grandmother, Princess Diana, was a Cancer, and the little girl has Venus and Mars in this sign, which may indicate some personality overlaps. The girl promises to grow into an extrovert with special charm, warmth, and the ability to win people over. She may also have a tendency to positively impact the lives of those around her. It seems that for Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, Lilibet will remain their youngest daughter forever, as they do not plan to have more children. This decision is not because they fear they can't manage, but because of environmental concerns. They believe that our planet is already overpopulated, and resources are finite. As reported by the British publication Express, Meghan's remarks about having children were received with mixed reactions. People were shocked, and some commentators expressed disappointment with such a decision, as the whole of Britain expected Prince Harry to have at least 3 heirs. A smaller family has less negative impact on the earth. This gives more opportunities for all our children, their children, and future generations to thrive on a healthy planet. Smaller families reduce our impact on the earth and give more chances for all our relatives and future generations to prosper on a healthy planet. We thank Harry and Meghan for making this enlightened decision, stated an official address from the organization this summer. Harry and Meghan have given this a lot of thought. Of course, this will be awkward for them. But over the past few years, they've realized that they can say anything and avoid consequences because the news cycle moves too fast. They decided that they could positively influence the world by raising intelligent children. They believe that this contribution outweighs the risks related to climate, an insider reports. The former actress is confident that they will continue to live as a large, happy family, and her beloved husband will help her raise the children. Additionally, she hopes that their fans can forgive the former royals and rejoice in their family expansion. Meghan loves watching Harry spend time with Archie and Lily. He is a natural father. He looks like the happiest person on the planet when he is with the children. Moreover, since Lily's arrival, their son Archie constantly asks for a younger brother, and the parents simply can't refuse him. American media quote an insider. Due to their decision not to have a third child, they were awarded by the charity organization Population Matters. As reported by Sky News, the couple received a prize of £500. The organization explained that smaller families reduce humanity's impact on Earth and give more chances for our children, their children, and future generations to thrive on a healthy planet. It is also noted that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle can use the funds at their discretion. For example, spend them on charity. Lilibet does not appear in the press as often as Prince George, who recently attended the Wimbledon final with his parents. However, at the Independence Day parade in Jackson Hole, the Sussexes appeared only with their son Archie, choosing not to bring their little daughter. Sources claim that one thing that upsets Lilibet's parents is that Elizabeth II refused to be photographed with her during their first meeting. Insiders from the palace explained the reason for this decision. The Queen decided that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry might later sell the pictures to American tabloids. Royal experts from the Daily Beast say that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are very concerned that their daughter might be literally erased from the history of the British monarchy. The Sussex's daughter was born at a time when their relationships with the monarchy were at their most strained. Lilibet's parents struck a blow to the monarchy by making a series of scandalous statements. The British even asked the Queen to strip her grandson of his title and created a petition against him. Furthermore, Prince Charles refused to speak to his son after his move to America. However, the way Elizabeth II's son touchingly reacted to the birth of his granddaughter indicates a softening of tensions between the relatives. Royal experts believe that Lilibet will melt the ice and help Harry reconcile not only with his father but also with his brother. Meghan Markle spoke about a gift she had prepared for her future daughter, a year before she met Harry. According to the former actress, she bought Cartier watches when she learned about the renewal of the Suits series with her participation. The accessory cost Harry's beloved $7,000. The third season seemed like an unattainable idea, but it happened, and when I found out, I splurged. I bought two-tone Cartier Tank Français and engraved them. From Meghan Markle to Meghan Markle. I will give them to my daughter, Meghan said. Not long ago, Princess Eugenie shared a touching video with her son August on social media. He looks as if he is not a distant relative of Lilibet but her own brother. At least that's what internet users believe. My God, he looks so much like Lilibet. Is that even legal? It feels like they had twins? Who would have thought that out of the whole family? These two would look so much alike. Users comment. Interestingly, little August is only a few months older than Lilibet Diana. As journalists claim, the babies spend a lot of time together. Their parents communicate perfectly with each other. Rumor has it that Eugenie and her husband Jack Brooksbank are not eager to live in the United Kingdom. Eugenie, Harry, and Meghan have an unbreakable bond. They are constantly in touch, insiders told journalists. Nonetheless, royal family fans continue to hope that Harry and Meghan will not leave them without a new batch of cute family photos and will continue the good tradition. Eugenie, Harry, and Meghan have an unbreakable bond. They are constantly in touch, insiders have told journalists. Still, fans of the royal family continue to hope that Harry and Meghan will not leave them without a new batch of charming family photos and will continue the delightful tradition. So, what are the Duke and Duchess of Sussex hiding? Questions remain unanswered, and the shadows of doubt only grow darker. Perhaps we will never know the whole truth about Archie and Lilibet's lives, but one thing is clear. This story leaves no one indifferent. What do you think is really behind this mystery? Share your thoughts in the comments. Give a like if you want more such revelations, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss new sensations.